Okay, go ahead and do the 5-second countdown.
Well, good morning, Connecting Waters, and happy Valentine's Day. Today is February 14th, 2022. Somehow February is halfway done almost, and I don't know. Oh, it's actually halfway done. I don't even know how that's possible. So my name's Keri Gustafson, and I have several roles with Connecting Waters. I am the academic coordinator, so I get to help organize all the awesome classes we offer online and at the Resource Center, make sure we have teachers for those classes. I'm also an ES to some really, really amazing families and students. And then I teach our high school business classes online. So I'm here today, I guess, in all three of those roles. And we have some special guests with us that I'm going to introduce in just a moment. So you can stand by for that. And they're going to tell us all about a really, really awesome project that they did last school year. But first, I have a few quick announcements. I just have been going through our different deadlines coming up and things I want to encourage all of our families to take a part of. We do have our open house coming up, and that is on March 8th. But if you would like to submit a project or show a talent that you have, the deadline to sign up for that is coming up on February 25th. So you still have a couple of weeks, but I really, really encourage you to take this opportunity to show what your students doing and all of the great projects out there and all that. I know there's a lot of amazing talent in our school as well. So if you can, sign up to do a project or to perform at our open house. Another thing that's coming up that I think is a really awesome opportunity, we do have our Tiger Training 102 program going where our more experienced parents can come and listen to people from our school explain really important things. And one really important thing that's coming up is CASP testing, and that's coming up in the springtime, but we have our assessment coordinator coming to speak to us on March 4th. Super easy Zoom link. You just have to click on the link and she can tell you a lot about the assessment and ways to help prepare your student for the assessment, make them not feel nervous, make them feel prepared for that. So that's March 4th at 9 a.m. And then lastly, we have our spelling bee coming up, and that's just for C-Web right now. It's their first spelling bee ever. So if you'd like to register for that, that is due on March 4th. So if you need any information about any of these things coming up, you can check the listserv, or you can also ask your ES because they can give you more information and more details. Okay, now here's the fun part. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Candace and Kalea Wyrock. Say hi.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Great. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for having us.
Oh, sure. Thanks for coming so early this morning. So I wanted to show you this picture first. So Kalea and her family are a really awesome Connecting Waters family. This was them just a couple weeks ago at our Resource Center in Modesto during our School Choice Week, our Spirit Week, and they came and got their little school choice scarves, and they're just a really positive, exciting, happy homeschooling family. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about this amazing project that they did last school year. And can you see the movie screen right now?
No, we see the picture.
Okay, hold on. In order to get us all revved up for this, I'm going to show you.
I feel like I should say I'm not a professional. I just kind of threw this together.
I don't know.
Don't judge me.
Professional. Okay, so, and hold on. Sorry, we did practice, didn't we? And still, okay, share sound. Okay, good. Okay, to really get you in the spirit of what they did, we're going to show you this quick clip. All right, here we go. Yay. So, Kalea, what did you do last year? What did you accomplish?
Instead of just writing an essay on one, I went to all 21 missions in California.
Isn't that the best? So in fourth grade, we studied the California missions, and Kalea and her family took it upon themselves to visit every single one in California. So it was quite an adventure. They didn't do it all in one sitting.
No. I just have learned, through homeschooling her the last few years that she really learns when she gets to see and do versus just like reading a book. So when we went to visit the 3 missions in our area, which it's the one in Fremont, the one in Santa Clara, and then the one San Juan Bautista. After we did that with a friend who was also in fourth grade, we kind of got the idea, well, we could probably go to all 21. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but we could probably do it. And so we started in April, and by August, I think 2nd, we had made it to all 21.
Wow.
And on the way we collected, she's going to show you her favorite, but we collected these little coins that they sell. Most of the gift shops sell them. There are a few that don't sell them, but it's a cheap little souvenir. They're like $2 to $5, depending upon which mission. And then, it's kind of just a fun little way for her to have a little memory from each one. Like the Santa Cruz one didn't have it, but they did have this little charm, like for, but they're, we have 21 little tiny souvenirs that she'll hopefully always remember this experience.
Oh, she'll remember it. Kalea, which was your favorite mission and why?
Mission La Purísima.
Yep.
Because it's the only working mission, the mission that still does old stuff like the missions did when the missionaries had to stay there. They still farm and they still make wheat. They still do pottery. They still do a bunch of those things.
And so you got to see them doing those things. So it's a working mission. I actually didn't, until you told me, I didn't really realize that they even had that.
And it's huge. It's a state park. It's ginormous. We probably spent the most time at that mission than we did any other mission. This is the coin from it.
Okay.
I think, what's your favorite memory? You talk about it all the time from that one.
There was, in the chicken coop, there was this humongous chicken, the size of my little sister, Kaylee, as you can see.
So you can see in this picture that there's a little toddler behind that sign. The chicken is bigger than that toddler. It's the biggest chicken I've ever seen in my life, but it was just such a fun thing that I know she's never going to forget. She's going to be 40 years old talking about that giant chicken at the La Purísima mission. And this is in Lompoc, California, which is like the Central Coast.
Okay. Awesome. And I would say this family is pretty genius at creating these experiences for their kids. So they Kalea is going to remember so much of her schooling forever because it's hands-on, it's real. Textbooks are fine and they serve their purpose, but when you can actually experience something firsthand, it just changes your perspective on everything. So now Kalea is in 5th grade. And so what experience is she? And so now we're studying U.S. history. So what are we going to do for that?
We just solidified a trip back east to go check out some of the major, the start of our country, like those major landmarks. And then, your major wars. So the Revolutionary War, but then also the Civil War. There's quite a few things. So we'll have to update you once we actually do it.
So next year for a Tiger broadcast, we could do that.
Yes, we'll talk about that. I did want to say, if there are any parents who think okay, there's no way we could do that, it's too much of a commitment, because it is kind of a commitment. I would say you could try to get 3 missions done in one day, because they're all supposed to be within one horseback ride day, like a full day of horseback riding from the next one. So with driving a car, they're about an hour apart. So you could do, or some of them are less than an hour, but you could do about 3 a day. We did the deepest, I think 5 or 6 on a summer trip to San Diego. We did a couple on the way down, and then we did 3 while we were down there. And then we did 3 of the like more central ones on a trip. And then we did another 3 on another trip. So I feel like you can try to get a lot done. But for people who aren't, they don't think that that's a good idea. There is this one, and this is the last one that we went to. It's the Mission San Antonio de Pada. This is in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around it. So this one we did by itself. But when I got there, it was the very last one we went to. They have a private retreat. You can like stay there, which I think is so cool. And I wish I had known about that ahead of time, because this would have been, something that I would have loved for her to have been able to do, was actually stay at a mission, eat at the mission, and kind of just hang out there. Cause it's literally in the middle of nowhere. There's like nothing around it. It's once you get off the freeway, it's like another 30 to 45 minutes, like into the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so you can rent a dorm room for $60 a person, but children under 12 are $30 a person, which I feel like is kind of fun, getting to stay in a dorm room with your whole family. There's a family room for like $200. There's just different rates. And if anyone is interested, they can contact you and I can send them this picture. Just,
Okay.
I just think this would be such a fun thing. Had I known this existed before we drove out there, I probably would have done it. So if you're looking for something fun, mission related for your kids, San Juan Bautista is great because it's pretty close by, and it's still, they set up a lot of like field trip stuff. So it's still pretty fun and educational, but I just think this would be so cool to get to stay at a mission. So that's Mission San Antonio.
Okay, awesome. And if anybody wants any more information kind of about their journey, any tips and tricks, Candace would be more than happy to share, because it was such a great experience for her family. So it's almost time to go. We're a little worried about 6th grade. We don't know if they're going to be able to make a trip to like the ancient pyramids. So we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. But I just hope this inspires you to kind of think of outside the box and different ways we can give these experiences to our children. So they'll remember it forever. So before we leave, Kalea, can you tell us what is your favorite part of homeschooling and having school choice? What's your favorite part?
Probably my favorite part is that I can do stuff like this. That is like, because if I was in regular school, then they would have to do them all in like a certain amount of time, and they would all be like cramped together, since they can't do one every other weekend because it's a regular school. But since I'm homeschooled, I can do fun things like this, and I can do other fun things. And
we're all about the field trips. And I feel like in traditional public school, you only get 1 or 2 field trips a year. So, we're really blessed to get to choose our school and get to go to as many field trips, educational field trips, as we can.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being an awesome Connecting Waters family and being willing to share all of these things with us. And it's a pleasure to work with you too.
We adore you. We are so thankful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyway, all right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed learning about their experience. I hope everybody has a wonderful week and a happy Valentine's Day. And until next week, we'll see you at our next Tiger broadcast.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right. Thanks, guys.